Hey guys, it's Joe here, and this is my third tutorial. This one is going to be about apps in Windows 8. Not only using them, but also working with having more than one app on the screen at the same time. Now when I say app, everything is kind of, in Windows 8, everything is kind of called an app, but there's still a distinction between apps and programs. Programs technically are like these, like Word and PowerPoint, ones that when you click it opens up on the desktop and then it works just like it would in Windows 7. We're not talking about those right now. We're talking about ones like Weather and Store and Dropbox and OneDrive and the full screen version of Internet Explorer and Mail and Calendar. All those things like Word and Excel and Photoshop, they're all going to open on the desktop. Those technically are programs. And these Photos and Calculator and Store, they are, actually that's not the Microsoft Calculator, I have a different one, but you know what I mean when I say app. So for this video, we're going to be using the Store and Internet Explorer. That's just because we only need two apps. So, I have mentioned this in previous videos, but I want to mention it again. To open an app, all you gotta do is click on it. Very simple. So this is the Store, and the Store is currently launching. And here we go, we're in the Store. Now, I'm not going to show you how to use certain apps because it's pretty self-explanatory and it's different for every app. So it would be pointless for me to show you the Store and only the Store. And I can't show you every possible app, so I'm just going to show you using the app. So if you wanted to close the app, if you have Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 without the update, you have to take your mouse to the top and drag it all the way down. That closes it. Or, let me launch it again. Or, on a touch screen, you can take your finger from the top and drag it all the way down. That's with touch screens. I apologize for the lagginess. My screen recorder isn't working properly. But anyways, if you have Windows 8.1 with the update like I do, so since I have it, you probably noticed this title bar come down when I brought it down. Over here you can click and you have some options. You click the icon, you have split left, split right, minimize, and close. We're not going to get into that, but you see up here in the right of the title bar I have a minimize button and a close button. If you have Windows 8.1 with the update, all you have to do is get this title bar down, just put your mouse at the top, and close the app. You can also minimize it to the taskbar, which is very nice. Alright, so the two apps that I'll use, we're not going to use Internet Explorer. We only need to use two apps. So we're going to use the Store and Desktop, because Desktop is technically an app. So if you remember back to my Corners video, where I told you about using Corners in Windows 8, you remember that if you go to the upper left corner, you get your previous app. If I were to click on it, it would switch, and it'll switch to Store again because that's the last one I was on. If I want two apps at the same time, here's what I do. Put my mouse at the upper left corner, click it, and just pull it out of the side. And you see what happened here. The Store moved over to the right, and it made room for the desktop, saying, hey, here you go, you can put the desktop there. So if I let go, I have the desktop over here on the left and the Store on the right. So if I need to do some browsing, or if I need to look something up real quick while I'm looking at my channel, at my main channel, and while I'm over here on the Store, something like that. Doesn't matter exactly what you're doing, and it doesn't just work for desktop, it will work for any app at all that's on there. So this middle bar here, first of all, I want to point out this white line shows the app that's in focus. So when I click over here, you see it moved to tell me which app is being used. See how it keeps switching? So to change it, I can click with my mouse and drag, or I can use my finger on this black bar and just move it. And it changes the size, so that changed the size of both apps. It made the desktop bigger because I dragged it to the right. If I drag it further to the left, it makes the store bigger. So, and certain apps have certain limitations, like the desktop itself can't get smaller than that, but there are apps that can. Now, if you are using regular Windows 8, let me close this because this is really lacking my computer. If you have regular Windows 8 without Windows 8.1 or anything, you cannot change what size the apps are. All you can change is which app is bigger, which app is smaller. The old Windows 8, the division was about right here where I got my mouse, and it's either there or flipped on the other side the exact same way. So you could only have it like an 80-20 resolution ratio. Like one app had to take 80%, one app had to take up 20% of your screen, and it really sucked. You couldn't change the size at all, but here in Windows 8.1, you can. I just want to point out before I go that if I bring my mouse to the bottom of the start screen, the taskbar comes up, and you kind of have to slam it. It doesn't work every time. I think you have to slam your mouse down, but there's the taskbar. So I don't need to click desktop, then click on my click Word to launch a program. If I'm on the start screen, oh man, I need to make a document, even though it's right there. But boom, click straight to the desktop. It launches. All right, guys, that's my time here. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my main channel. I do a show called Tech Talk with Joe Green. So check it out, please. Link is in the description. But anyway, guys, I'm Joe Green. I will see you on Saturday.